100% Chelsea, and welcome to yet another one of my player ratings after a 2-2 draw with West Bromwich Albion. Arguably, I'd say a shoddy performance from a ref, which completely killed the game. So let's get on with my player ratings. I just thought players aren't great either, but, you know, we've got to get on with it. So Thibaut Courtois, I'm going to give him 2.5 out of 5. I just think today you're probably not going to see above a 3 from me, other than for Kennedy. I just think today the whole team was poor. We just let the pressure get to us. And, you know, Courtois, he let in an absolute howler. He could have done so much better with that Craig Gardner goal. But, you know, what can we say? Branislav Ivanovic, 2.5 out of 5 again. I just think the game passed him by again. He just kept getting caught out. Although he did make a few crucial tackles, I still don't think it's good enough to bring it up to a 3. I just think today's performance was absolutely dreadful. Kurt Zouma, I'm going to give him a 3 out of 5 for that performance today. I thought he saved that back four sometimes. We're losing pace at the back there, and when Aspilicueta was bombing up with Ivanovic on the other side, I just think Zouma was saving John Terry a lot of the time. John Terry, I'm going to give a 3 out of 5. He made some vital tackles, and he, you know, read the game very well. And he also, like I said, he headed the ball away a few times. You know, he was winning those 50-50s, which is always important. Aspilicueta, he scored. I'm going to give him a 3 out of 5. I think the way that he kept overlapping, you know, helping Kennedy, Oscar, Pedro, whoever was on that side, you know, with the balls, getting through, putting the crosses in, or being on the end of them. I just think he performed quite well today, but I still don't think it was excellent from him. Fabregas, 2.5 out of 5. I think even though he tried to, he just didn't cut the mustard today. I think the passes he was trying to do, they weren't working a lot of the time. They were getting cut out because they were very easy to read. And, you know, if that's happening, then there's no point in making those passes. And so maybe we need a change up. Maybe we need to do shorter passes. And I was moaning about that. But if we do long passes, they've got to be working. Mikel, I thought after what happened at Crystal Palace, you would have thought he would have maybe carried that form through and been absolutely excellent today. Today, Mikel was poor. I'm going to give Mikel a 2 out of 5. I think he was absolutely shocking. He kept losing the ball. He kept falling over the middle of tackles. He kept getting caught. Just everything was going wrong for him today, and it just did not work out. So I'm going to give Mikel a 2 out of 5. Willian, I'm also going to give a 2.5 out of 5. I think that he was absolutely, you know, he wasn't shocking, but he wasn't great. And I think the middle ground's fair enough. I just think that he just I don't know what it is. I think it's burnout still. And I just think that guy needs a rest. But I think that means we need to dip into the market, which means we need to sign another winger, which we don't need. Probably that Alex Teixeira guy, which is obviously who we're looking at. And I know we said we didn't need him, but it looks like we might do. We need to sign a centre-back, and we also need to sign another striker, because Diego Costa's not cutting it, and he's not going to play Remy by the looks of things. So I don't know what's going on there. Oscar, 2 out of 5. The game passed him by. It was a passenger. Absolutely poor today. That's all I have to say for him. Pedro, he got subbed off at the end of the first half. I just don't think he cut the mustard today. I don't know what was going on. Just don't know what was going on with this team today. There's no consistency, and I just think Pedro wasn't great today. He tried to make openings. He tried to make those passes. He tried to use that movement, which I said was superb against Scunthorpe. Today, it just wasn't up to it. So I'm going to give him a 2 out of 5. Diego Costa. What do I say about Diego? I just don't know what to say. I think that he was fighting again today, and that's because Pulis knew how to wind him up. Pulis knew exactly what he was doing, and if he was winding him up, that is just to get into his head to cause havoc. Then it was working. I'm going to Diego Costa 2.5 out of 5 today. I just don't think he was great. I don't know what was going on, but it just wasn't working out. Moving on to our substitutes. Kennedy. Now, this is the only player where I say that we're going to have a higher rating. I think Kennedy deserves a 4 out of 5, and he was my personal Chelsea man of the match today, despite the fact that hardly any of them deserved it. The movement he was making, just the powerful driving runs, which were trying to make openings, and no one was moving. I just think Kennedy he should be starting against Everton, along with Loftus-Cheek. We just don't have any power in that midfield, and those two aren't scared of anything. That's the best thing about young players. They're not scared, so they will run at you, and that is what we need in that team. Nemanja Matic, I just don't know what was going on. He just didn't shore up very well, and I'm going to give him a 2 out of 5. I just don't know what to think anymore. And at the end of the day, what can you do? But that has been it for my player ratings. Please like, comment, and subscribe to 100% Chelsea. All social media links will be down in the description, and also subscribe to my personal channel, The Boogaloo, which has just opened. A link to that will also be down in the description. And guys, take care of yourself.
Still Anthony Taylor. One of the worst refereeing performances I've ever seen at Stamford Bridge. It's right up there with Martin Atkinson last season, maybe even 2009. But it was an awful performance all round.